9 days, 2000 kilometers, centuries of Guru Sahiban history, sadhana that had the power to pull down gods from the heavens, sacrifices that redefined future, soldiers that displayed unmatched valor. These are some of the terms that define the 9 day journey I took through Punjab. Welcome to day 9, the last day of this unique travel through the land of supreme seva, sacrifice, and sadhana. Here's a quick recap of the first 8 days before we get started with the ninth day. Day 1. I traced Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib's footsteps through to Patiala on the journey he took to Delhi, where Guru Sahib and Sikhs offered to sacrifice themselves for a faith not their own, becoming the second Sikh Guru after Guru Arjan Dev Ji to do so. Day 2. I visit the abode of the great sages that took Guru Nanak Sahib's teachings to the world, displaying unparalleled seva and simran. Day 3. Call it a Takht or a Taksal, both would be completely true. Takht Shri Damdama Sahib and its grandeur. Then I head over to Bathinda. Visiting these places, it's not hard to notice just how much Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj has given to us. Day 4. The Sarovar Sahib that stands in remembrance to the forgiveness and liberation blessed by Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Also, adding to the sacred was the birthplace of the second master, Guru Angad Dev Ji. Day 5. I start at Nakodar. From the Sufi Fakiriyat there is, I head to Talla, where the Anand Karaj rites for Guru Har Gobind Sahib were performed. Then it's holy Sultanpur Lodi, blessed by Guru Nanak Sahib's presence, spanning over a decade and a half, where he nurtured the seed to what would become a loving, selfless, and a humble path to the truth, Sikhi. I also visit Goindwal Sahib and Khadur Sahib with tons of history spanning over 8 Guru Sahiban, which was condensed into a few kilometers worth of a ride. Day 6. The center of it all is the beautiful Harmandir Sahib, the second Takht Sahib on our journey, touching almost the whole of Sikh history. It's at the heart of it all. This day, temporal power meets spiritual authority, with Guru Har Gobind Sahib introducing the Mir and the Pir. The day saw the pinnacle of service in Baba Buddha Ji and the pinnacle of Shahadat in Baba Deep Singh Ji. Day 7. After the first 6 days, sacrifice, seva, grahist, knowledge, power had all become clear. What made sense for fate to introduce me to was a search for my true Guru. I was blessed this day to remember the Sakhi Guru Ladore at Baba Bakala Ji. Day 8. The day starts at Anandpur Sahib, the place where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave birth to the Khalsa and completed the work of all the forms of Nanak Sahib. I crossed the state border over to Himachal to visit Guru Ka Lahore. Then it's over to Chamkaur Sahib, the place where the eldest sons and 3 out of the 5 Panch Pyare of Guru Sahib attained martyrdom. I end the day at Machiwada. Day 9. Today concludes the 9 day long journey to Punjab, and what a way to end it. We're now at Fatehgarh Sahib. By the time I'm editing this video, last week was Shahidi week. So pay close attention to day 8 and day 9 for the events that make the Shahidi week what it is. Let's get started.
दिलों मोहब्बत जिन से सच्चे दिलों मोहब्बत जिन से सच्चे दिलों मोहब्बत ਜਿਨ ਸੇ ਸੱਚਿਆ
ਦਿਲੋਂ ਮੁਹੱਬਤ ਜਿਨ ਸੇਈ ਸੱਚਿਆ
ਜਿਨ ਮਨ ਹੋਰ ਮੁਖ ਹੋਰ ਸੇ ਕਾਂਡੀਏ ਬੱਚਿਆ ਜਿਨ ਮਨ ਹੋਰ ਮੁਖ ਹੋਰ
ਸਿਕਾਲੇ ਬੱਚਿਆ
ਰੱਤੀ
We discussed the events that happened at the cold swollen Sirsa river in day 8 part 2 video, where at Gurdwara Parwar Vichoda Sahib, Guru Sahib got separated from his family, hence the name. Guru Sahib, his 2 eldest sons and 40 Sikhs headed over to Chamkaur Sahib, where the Battle of Chamkaur ensued. Displaying unmatched valor and the commitment to a spiritual and noble cause, the eldest sons of Guru Sahib attained martyrdom. Mata Gujar Kaur Ji, Guru Sahib's mother, and his 2 youngest sons were directed by Guru Sahib's cook Gangu to his ancestral village Saheri. Gangu proved deceitful and betrayed them to the authorities. Mata Gujri Ji and the Chote Sahibzade were dispatched to Sarhand, whereupon denying to convert, the 3 were subjected to Thanda Burj or the cold fort in extreme winter, which is marked by Gurdwara Thanda Burj. Upon multiple attempts to convert, the Sahibzade having failed, Wazir Khan issued a death sentence. The Sahibzade were bricked alive while standing. However, as the masonry reached chest height, the wall collapsed. They were subjected to the executioner's sword, which they faced fearlessly. This is marked by Gurdwara Fatehgarh Sahib. The aged Mata Gujri Ji, who had all along been confined to the cold tower, only a small distance away, as the news reached her ears, she breathed her last and left her worldly body. The dead bodies were thrown near Hansla River behind Fatehgarh Sahib at a spot now marked by Gurdwara Bibangarh Sahib. Seth Todarmal, a wealthy merchant of Sarhand, bought the world's costliest land ever bought. He did that for the cremation of the dead bodies of Mata Gujri Ji and the Chote Sahibzade, by paying an exorbitant price to Wazir Khan, the governor of Sarhand. He was asked to vertically place gold coins on the land, and only that much land was given to him which he could cover with gold coins, now marked by Gurdwara Jyoti Saroop Sahib. Well, this marks the end of the Divine Punjab series. The experience has been more than enlightening. I hope I was able to share some part of it with you. I'm happy to be able to record this and at least provide for people who would like to darshan these amazing spiritual centers with such immense history. Taking your leave for now, we'll see you soon in another series. Godspeed to you on your inner journey. Thank you.